there. I'm very glad to see that my computer still works. Extreme age and the fact that it seems to think just putting open one program is using 100% of my disk space is a problem, notwithstanding. Better news, though, I managed to put Twitch chat over the top of my game footage, so that was fun to figure out. Not sure I love it right now, but I couldn't figure out the margins for right now. Also, I seem to have too short of headphones for what I'm doing right now. How... It was not this short the other day. How did that happen? This is where they decided to change code. Alright. Wait a minute. Okay, turning around, turning around. Okay. Alright, now that we actually have a game. Alright, first thing I need to do is check that the thing is working. Unfortunately, first I need to collect some lives because I have absolutely no idea how bad the final boss is. I already know how bad the final level is because I played through that, and that is certainly a trip. Suffice to say that the final level really tests your skills. Also, the unfortunate thing is this is one of those games that basically requires you to do 100% before they will let you go to the final boss. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I personally don't think that's a good thing. However, I do understand why some people feel the need to do that. I don't remember this.
A little time now, a lot of tail later.
Yeah, sure thing, Gexy.
At least I'm not at the DMV.
Oh, okay. Oh. Huh. Well, that's simple enough.
Looks like we got us a fly in the spider's web.
Oh, good. Ugh. Not actually sure I can do this at this point. Okay, and let's see. Well, I mean, the good news is I'm collecting radioactive symbols, or maybe that's the bad news? Okay, and they can spawn enemies in different places. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to redo this. How'd that one enemy not get hit? I have absolutely no idea how they expected me to do that one, but I'm gonna try again. Yeah, unfortunately, these bonus levels, while they're a cool addition, because they're short and simple, unlike a lot of the levels, okay, that appears to be my best move for right now. Oh. Until they decide to not spawn it there, so... yeah. Yeah, he's gonna try and impersonate Sean Connery amongst others. Yep, even back in the 90s it was popular to make fun of Sean Connery's voice. I feel bad for doing that because the guy is so great as James Bond. Okay, I think I'm doing slightly better than last time, at the very least. But the question is, can I collect them in time? Yeah. Oh, wow. I can't believe I got all three of them. Fortunately, though, it still looks like I'm...
So, this is where they decided to change code.
Wow. Just underneath. At least it's not affecting my life count, as far as I can tell.
At least I'm not.
Wait, did I have 14 when I started, or did I have 15? Well, this is off to a bad start. Okay, it looks like that's where I want to be. Okay, that's way more effective. Yeah, Gex will impersonate many people. No, it looks like I'm doing about the same a minute in, and I've got 40. I think I'm doing slightly better at 30 seconds, but... Oh! And suddenly he whips everything. I've... Okay, why did I not hit anything that one time? Yeah, okay. So what's my life count at now? Okay, yeah, bonus levels do not count against lives. Yeah, but if he decides not to grab an edge, that will take a life.
I'm not at the DMV.
Okay, being right here in the middle seems to be... Okay, so... Yeah, being in the middle right here, that seems to be the best place to be.
Welcome to the only thing more evil than IRS headquarters.
You know, assuming I don't miss them, but we can't have everything in life. And of course now they all decide that they don't want to be...
Invincible.
Wow, I'm doing worse. That's never a good sign. What? I didn't even see anything there. What happens if I exit? Does that count as loss of life or not? Nope. Okay. Well, that's good at the no at the very least. Alright. But yeah, if these bonus levels are nice and short, unfortunately, I don't think doing the bonus levels gets you anything.
At least I'm not at the DMV.
Also, despite the fact that you have extra things available, all gold and gray remotes don't actually count towards... Yeah, there's silver and gold you can collect for doing specific tasks. However, none of them count towards meeting the final boss, because in order to meet the final boss, you need 33 out of 36 red remotes. So yes, you basically have to 100% most of the game. I still don't like it when games do that. Yep, they're just going to...
Welcome to the only
Oh wow, this is... Well, when they decide to, well, show up here, although one keeps coming up on the right side, whereas the left side they appear to... Well, except for the one disappearing, that was actually a really effective strategy. But I'm still doing less good than when I was focusing on the right. Well, that's strange. I'm not actually sure.
At least I'm not
I do
at
love
the
that
DMV.
their look for the insides of computers and the like are a lot more industrial. It makes it very distinct from nowadays, sometime around the 2000s. Everything that was futuristic became very white and pristine and no edges whatsoever. But back in the day, when you represented technology, there was a lot more... I hesitate to call it personality, but more it's a difference in design.
Still nothing on. Just catching my kicks.
Okay, so I don't want to hug the wall, because they're not hugging the wall. They're actually slightly away from the wall. Oh wow, and all of them come to the center, I'm able to get a lot. Problem is, I don't think they're going to repeat that. But at least I know there's usually one coming up to the right that I can rely on, so... Okay, now that we have strategy...
Looks like we got us flying spider web.
yeah. Okay, I think it's no good this time, but I should be able to do it given another chance. Yeah, unfortunately though, after this, I think I need to go test my teeth on the final boss. Yeah, that went way better. Okay, now, in order for me to be like One-Liner Lizard, I'm going to have to learn the way of the one-liner. Bugged out.
At least I'm not at the DMV.
Oh, and they must have been relying on Norton antivirus. Apparently Norton antivirus made my aiming as well, because that was absolutely lousy. Okay. Right, let's... Okay, I'm not sure if this is a design flaw or if this is just something about the game being old, but... sometimes my depth perception is really going buggy for the items I'm supposed to be picking up. Yeah. Well, still not at 40, so I'm still doing worse, unfortunately. Oh. That's slightly better, but I think I'm still behind. I don't think I'm gonna get it this time either. Oh. Well, that lined up very nicely, so maybe I've got hope this time? Alright.
Welcome to the only thing more evil than IRS headquarters.
And you... Okay, 30 seconds, I should... Well, besides burning my butt. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think I got it. Yeah, I just barely missed it. Okay. Alright, we just need to do it one more time. But yeah, these bonus levels are meant to be much more difficult, as you can tell.
At least I'm not at the DMV.
Wow, I am... Doesn't matter how many times I do this, for some reason...
File this under ouch.
Wow. Oh yeah, as soon as I do the second one, fantastic, but the first one always has to be lousy for some reason. Well, if I can rely on it doing that pattern a couple more times, I should be good. Alright. Okay, now that we have all of those...
500 channels.
Yep, 40s. I've got a better plan, so... Oh yes, much better. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have the center one that time, so we're still doing Yeah. Ah! Missed that one. I think I'm not gonna get it this time either, unfortunately. Yep, nope. 10 seconds. They only spawn 3. I mean, at least they were trying to be generous that time, but nope. Yeah. You can tell that the bonus levels they had a lot of fun making, but they are definitely meant for people who've mastered the game. I've gotten most of the remotes, so I'm definitely doing good at the game, but problem is, things like this, it's kind of reliant on you being an absolute master. Well, I got 2 on the first go that time, so better than normal. And then I only get 1 on that time, so not so good. Great. I'm cursed to have bad luck either with the first or second one, so that's okay though. You've still got a strategy. Okay, I just need to keep going up the center, down the right. Yeah. Oh, if I don't collect them and I put them off screen, they disappear. Okay. That's good. Okay, that it does explain a couple things. Oh no. I still don't think I have enough to do it this time. This is rather upsetting. Nope, as soon as it would help me to have one up the right, suddenly it doesn't want to come up the right anymore. Ah, missed. Don't think I could have gotten it this time either, though, unfortunately. Okay, what do I need to do here?
Slip of the tongue.
Is this just a mistake of strategy, or is this a mistake in execution?
At least I'm not at the DMV.
Oh yeah, I've been there. Never a fun time there, even whenever... Oh, sorry, did I lose you for a second? Now then. Okay, if all 3 are gonna come right in the center like that, then staying in the center is best choice.
Welcome to the only thing more evil than I already
Yeah, no.
support.
Tends to be one on the right over there half the time, so... Yeah, he has a weird turn. It feels like he turns like a truck. I know that's not quite correct, but it just feels like a truck turn. He has a big wide turn. He doesn't turn on a dime like you'd expect. Yeah. Wait, I'm only at 30 seconds. Only need a couple more of them.
So, this is where they decided to change code.
There you go. Golden remote for bugged out. Gotten. Wow. Sorry that took so long, everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Rosalind. I'm very glad you could be here. Unfortunately, though, what I really need to do is start the game over from the beginning, but first, I want to be able to play the final boss once. And since I have... and since this file, I finally have 33 remotes, which is basically 99% of the red remotes, which doesn't include hidden remotes or remotes for collecting 120 things in a stage. It basically means you have to do 90% of the required game in order to just experience the final level. Except not the final level, but the final boss. Because there is a final level, but it unlocks only after... Wait a minute. I just went in a circle. How did I go in a circle? Okay, 26 takes me to the Lion's Head, and then after I go through the Lion's Head, I end up here. So yeah, you only need 26 to do the hardest level, Resopolis, which is quite difficult. However, you need 33 in order to get to the final boss, so wish me luck, because getting 33 remotes is really hard because there are 2 final levels, neither one of which seems to have a proper checkpoint, despite the fact that the last level, the hard level, that has a checkpoint in the middle of it. Yet, this one doesn't. Yeah, there's a giant space level you have to go through in order to... Oh, we've been beamed up. Oh, good. Oh, no.
Welcome to the only thing more evil than IRS headquarters.
Wow. Well, he's specifically aiming at the... Oh. Oh! Is that how I hurt him? Oh. He's moving, so I need to move. Okay, into the... Is that hurting? Is that hurting him? Why is he shooting there? Come on. You look like a robot. You must like electricity, huh? Huh? You love the electricity? Do you dream of electric sheep? You're gonna dream of electric sheep when I'm through with you. Okay, so that was correct. That was first phase, so what do we do now? Besides admire how wonderfully awful looking he is. No, seriously, he looks like an awful creature. He looks ugly and terrifying.
My tail's gonna kick your butt.
I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed... Ooh, died. Oh, right. Yeah, for some reason late in the Gex game, it will absolutely not give you checkpoints, despite the fact that you should get checkpoints. I ascribe this to this just being an older game. Older games were much more sparing in checkpoints. Nowadays, it feels like games baby you too much, but this game, that wasn't the case. I think, though, I want more lives, so I'm just going to make one more attempt and then go get some lives, unfortunately. I say unfortunately because the places I need to go to get lives is old levels where I already have all the remotes, which is kind of redundant when you think about it. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I'm not able to make a simple jump, so I am just going to go get some lives real quick, and then we'll come back to that. Thankfully, it's really easy to collect lives. Everything respawns whenever you come back, so... Plus, this has a nice system where collectibles, you collect only 30 of them, and they give you a life, then you collect 40, and it gives you another life, and then you collect 50 of them, and it gives you another life, and then if you collect another 50, it gets you another life, so... It's very generous in that way. Actually, I should just be going to the easy level.
Reminds me of Halloween at Rip Taylor's.
Yeah. I was born in the 90s, and I don't even know who Rip Taylor is. There's a bunch of these references that just kind of fall on deaf ears nowadays because he was trying to be hip and modern. Which makes it fun in a sort of nostalgic, cheesy kind of way, but at the same time, it also makes it very, very dated.
Don't take career advice from
Okay. I keep forgetting that they just put the bonus level thing right in the way of me running. And I can't even blame the turn being wide for that one. That was just me being an idiot. Yeah. Good news, though, is that if you like classic Looney Tunes, you'll recognize all of the things from Tuning TV.
Forget about it.
Yep, because the only place the Boston accent exists is in cartoons. Wow. I was able to... Yeah. Gex has a number of cool moves. Namely, he can lick, he can do a karate kick, and he can tail bounce, which, I don't know, that feels more like something Tigger from Winnie the Pooh would do, but still. It's still a nice thing that you can do in order to keep your jump going. And it's required for some hard platforming. Thankfully, though, there aren't a lot of hard platforming things in this game. It is a platformer through and through, but thankfully there aren't that many places where it feels like it's trying to be a difficult platformer.
Oh no, I'm too young to have a second childhood.
Because only kids would enjoy cartoons, despite the fact that the original Looney Tunes was all aimed at adults. Yeah. Some of his jokes have aged like milk. I mean, some of them are still fun, and some of them have just aged like milk because... that's the nature of comedy. What's hip and modern one day is outdated the next. Yep, I can make this thing spew out spinach. Not sure why I'm then taking it, but... yeah, also one of the few things that I do find really difficult about this game is... yeah, it feels like sometimes he wants to attach to the sides of things, and sometimes he doesn't. I mean, it's really useful when you're trying to catch up with a moving platform, but it also can really screw you over, because if he decides to try and jump up on a moving platform, if the platform has already moved out of where he thinks the moving platform should be, you'll then be hanging in midair without a jump. So, yeah. Not everything works, but it works well enough that I've gotten through the whole game relatively easily, except for that final space level where they think it's okay to have a level that's longer than any of the other ones without a checkpoint, despite needing a checkpoint desperately. Also, if you're looking for the 5th remote, the hidden remote, this is where the secret remote is, for any of you who care about 100%. Oh. And they will try and drop heavy anvils on me. Because it's cartoons, that's what you do in cartoons. You drop heavy objects on people. Including the fat lady. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be singing instead of crushing, but that's okay. How did that hit me? If anyone could explain the physics of how that counted as damage against me, I would very much appreciate it. Yeah. Also, if you're looking for doing all the purple mushrooms, this area is for purple mushrooms. The next area is where the hunters are. And then the area after that is the teetering rock. Which means that they kind of organized it in the worst way possible, because you're gonna obviously push the one on the top of the list and go look for the teetering rock and not find it here, so you go here and then don't find it here. Instead you find an awful costume, which is a great reference to A Christmas Story. Yeah, we killed Elmer Fudd. I mean, non-copyright infringing Elmer Fudd. Totally unrelated hunter with totally unrelated, similar looking deerskin cap and such. Actually, it's not a... is that called deerskin? No. There's a name for that hunting... yeah, Gex acts like a bit of a teen. He thinks he's being really clever by saying, oh yeah, only kids would like something like this, or people on drugs, like in a government experiment and the like. Yeah, I do like that he's got such an attitude to him, and that he is one of those characters who has to point out all the cliches. I actually like that. It's very distinct for this time period. Nowadays, it's nothing new, but at the time, it would have been amazing. Also, I love the fact that it's a cartoon bullet. Yep, you kill both hunters, and you can get that red remote. And again, since you need 33 of them, you really can't afford to pass up any opportunities like this. Yeah. It is terrible that you can just run into an object and it immediately makes you stop like you got hurt. Thankfully, they don't damage you from it, but it's still a bit of a dumb thing to have. I mean, it's kind of like tripping in Brawl. It's definitely distinct, and memorable, but not in the best way.
Would Cheech and or Chong report to the front desk?
Yeah. I don't like the idea that only kids or people on drugs would enjoy cartoons. I've always loved cartoons. Then again, I have anxiety, depression, gender dysphoria, and I'm on the autistic spectrum, so maybe I'm not the best judge of what is normal and socially expected. Granted, I don't really care because society tends to not treat me very well, so... How did I not get hit by that? I'm honestly quite surprised. Yeah. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to get lives when you collect all of the stuff on screen. And, of course, kill everyone and steal their stuff. Not even sure what those are supposed to represent. I mean, most of these things are things you'd recognize from old cartoons. I really do love that Gex has a unique take on the whole platformer thing instead of the usual Mario-esque forest, desert, ocean, sky, clouds. You know, all of those things. Instead, his bit is just to be a bunch of TV tropes.
Look, I just wanted the gift shop and
Yeah.
the bathroom.
These are all genres you'd expect to see on television. Yeah, at the time, it was popular to rerun cartoons like Looney Tunes.
Way to the top.
So, it makes sense here. There are others that are clearly inspired by Dirty City cop show kind of deals. Yeah, unfortunately though, the cactus will kill you, so you need to be careful here. Thankfully, though, we nearly have enough for another life, and we're going to need all the lives we can get because that final boss kind of looks like a headache. I've figured out phase 1, but I have absolutely no idea what happens after that point. Thankfully, now it's easy to leave because all I have to do is... Yeah, don't worry about this. All we have to do is get right up here.
A little tongue now, a lot of
Yep.
tail later.
Some of the red remotes require that you just explore enough that you find them. Others require you completing a challenge, like platforming across the teetering rock. We want to save how much we have, how many lives we have at the very least. But again, getting lives isn't that difficult. I'm just gonna go try the boss again, see if we can get any farther. Unfortunately, I have not looked up anything about the boss, so I'm not exactly sure what to expect. At least we've got this cute lion head. Yeah, this looks like the entrance of a person with humility and sanity.
Way to the top.
Yeah, this is Rez, our big bad. He's trying to take over the media dimension to, I don't know, melt the minds of people. Yeah. I really do love the concept of Gex going through all of these different genres of television. Though I've got to say, it's... definitely doesn't make as much sense today. Or maybe it makes just as much sense today because the internet has filled the same role that TV used to, just endless stuff to binge.
Q.o.t.L, baby, yeah!
Oh. Well, I've already gotten hurt, so that's not good. Thankfully, though, I know how to do this phase. I just don't know what I'm doing in the next phase, so all I have to do is survive this one. Thankfully, jumping seems to get over most of this. Unfortunately, now I gotta lead him over there, and he's not gonna make it easy for me. Oh, come on.
More evil than IRS headquarters.
Yeah, unfortunately, Gex is one of those games where it's hard to... It's easy to get damaged and hard to restore any of your health. Well, that didn't work. There we go. Oh. At least that works. Okay. So I just go back and forth and he's easily tricked. Huh. Kinda sucks the fun out of it, but okay. If it's easy to cheese, then cheese it I will. Still begs the question of what I'm supposed to do with these big hands, because jumping over them is pretty easy, but not sure what to do after that point. Oh. What? Okay, so I need to get him to hit that. I don't know where it's gonna spawn. And I need him to hit it without hitting me. And just plain running doesn't seem to be doing the trick anymore, so... Not quite sure how to do that. Thankfully, I know what I'm doing in the Phase 1, which means I should be able to do Phase 1 without getting damaged, I hope. Oh. Well, you know, unless he, cheap shots me.
Welcome to the only thing more evil than IRS headquarters.
Okay, how is he... Well, didn't manage that one, but at the very least going back and forth seems to be a real easy way of doing this one, so... What? Yep. Okay, officially hate this now. Okay.
So,
Okay,
this
is...
decided to change code.
really sucks that I've got more damage this time, despite having a better strategy. Thankfully, though, he can't seem to aim at that wall. Unfortunately, though, because of how the camera is... Alright, let's just restart this from the beginning. Now that we know what to look out for.
Slip of the tongue.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have work, so I'm only going to be able to do this one more time, so we'll see how far I can get. Yeah, thankfully, though, Phase 1 seems easy. Phase 2, I now know what to do, but I don't know how to do it without getting hurt currently. Beam me up, Scotty! Oh. Does it not allow me to move during that, just so they can have him be able to get a cheap shot? Thankfully, though, that T is telling me where he's aiming at, which means I can just go like this. Right over here. See? Easy. Yeah, I can't get far enough over here, unfortunately. No damage yet, though, so I'm doing way better. Okay, that didn't count somehow. But I still don't have any damage, which is the main thing. Yeah, that camera shift is sudden. The game suffers from that a bit. It's not as noticeable to me, but I'm also older, so I grew up in the era of bad 3D cameras, so it's something I can get used to, but no, definitely modern audiences would not like that. Not sure how the remaster is going to fix that, or if it's just going to be as it was. I am looking forward to that, because I really enjoy the style and comedy of this, despite it being dated by today's standards. I like the idea of just having all of these levels based off of TV genres. If they had a proper reboot for this, I could imagine them actually going whole hog and having him be visiting different internet sites, which I think would be... Okay, not sure how I'm supposed to avoid damage there, but I did get him to hit the thing, so... Oh, I can't believe it gave me that one. Where'd the thing go? Pfft, I can't believe it. Let me have that one.
My tail's gonna kick your butt.
Oh! You literally have two things, and then it's done. Okay, does it appear in the same... Why didn't he hit it? Okay, thankfully long jump appears to work. But I have no idea if it just spawns in the same place. So I don't know if it's a good idea to stick around here.
Look at that 211 in progress, baby.
Oh. Yep. Do I need to get him to hit it, or can I hit it? And, is there anything to indicate where it's going to appear, or do I just need to... Oh! I got him to hit it! It is funny seeing the Master of Media just get hit by a giant television. Feels like a very slapstick solution for a big bad, but you know what? He made me play through the cartoon levels. Ah! Darn. Darn, darn, darny, darn, darn. I mean, the good news is I know what to do for Phase 2. The problem is I have no idea how those spawn, so I have no idea how I'm going to be able to do that. But at the least I know what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I can't do more right now. I have to go to work. Thank you all so very much. Have a lovely everything, my zigzags and zugs. Oh, finally.